Hey, welcome to Full 42. We got Helaina back with us, which is awesome. And we're going to be talking about our top 5 Spiel DRs, a whole bunch of stuff after that, like nominees, winners, or maybe even mentions. I don't know if we really put any rules to it. So we'll be curious to see how we all define that.
I'm sure you cheated somehow.
I definitely must have cheated because I've
Mhm.
got some great games on there that I didn't even know were in some of the lists. So.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
But yeah, and of course we're going to talk about the Spiel ZR experience that you and Burnt Island Games had. But yeah, so first of all, just hi, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
We're good.
Good. It's going well. I'm here, excited.
All recovered from Gen Con, I'm sure, right?
No. Because like the moment I get back, I'm like right back at work right away. Not that I wasn't doing work the whole time I was there. So
right.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I'm actually just able to start limping right now. I've been off my feet for 5 days because I messed up my foot at Gen Con.
Oh no.
So, yeah. Pretty bad.
I kicked him really hard when I saw him.
Oh, okay.
One of the 2 times I saw him, I slammed right into his foot. So
How nice of you.
It's probably deserving.
It's out of love. I only see him once or twice, maybe a year. So it's so much love I want to share. I just crushed his foot.
You have to kick him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we're all at least somewhat recovering from Gen Con. Gen Con was it was a lot, and we didn't really have a Gen Con after episode or anything like that, so we could talk about our experience a little bit if you'd like. But yeah, it was probably one of the busiest Gen Cons I've ever seen.
Yeah,
felt.
Agreed.
Of course, I hadn't been there since 22, so.
Well, they said they sold out all of the days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some days felt like they were sold out. A couple of the days felt like they were sold out, but I didn't feel like all of the days. Oh no, Eric!
Oh, no.
I'm glad I didn't see you then.
I hugged you. Yes. Oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, for us. Last year we released 4 games, so like every morning we had a huge lineup at our booth, and it felt really, really busy. And this year we had no releases, unfortunately, and it felt less busy for us at least. But you know, like I was saying, I went walking, and I just like it. The aisles were wild.
Well, imagine you still felt a resurgence of people interested in, deep sea.
Oh, absolutely. We sold out of deep sea. We sold out of a few of our games, which was fantastic, but it wasn't like that rush to get there, you know, like, and we partner with Grand Gamers Guild to do Endeavor. And so both of our booths had a bunch of them. And we both sold out before. We sold out, I think, at the beginning of the day on Sunday. And I thought we had enough to last us all the way through. I actually thought we'd be going home with some of them, but it's very good.
I mean, with that many people, as long as you have a good game, you don't need the rush, right? In fact, it's probably better not to feel that than have nothing for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer not to have the rush for like the booth staff and also the booths around us. Last year I felt so bad because we had this lineup for like over an hour. A couple of the days it was 2 hours, almost 2 hours, and the booths, people were standing in front of the booths. I felt very bad about that, but I mean, also it feels very good to have a lineup at your booth, which we had never had before. So that was very nice.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, it was great.
So before we get, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a weird con. I mean, I remember cons past when they said they sold out and they beat records, and then a couple years ago they said they beat records, but it was less than what they said a few years back cap was. And this past year they had they partnered with that bag check company, whatever that was, to not have those big bricks on the back. You weren't allowed to come in with a stroller that didn't have a kid in it. So there was less clusterfuck in the aisle, but it definitely felt busy. It felt, when I was walking around, it did feel, and there were lulls like there normally is. And I think Friday seemed, I don't know how Friday sold out. It didn't seem very busy on Friday, but Thursday you got the people rushing for the stuff that's coming out. Saturday you got the people done window shopping and buying their things, and it felt busy, but like we didn't have anything new either. And at no point did it feel overwhelming, but it felt steady. It felt like a very steady convention.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's what was weird to me, if I can say that again. That's what was weird to me, was on Sunday, normally it's really light. Not really light, but at least light enough to be like, this is the day I'm going to walk around and all that. And I tried it and I was like, okay, enough of that. I just got out of it again because it was just shoulder to shoulder the whole time,
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
That was a good one. I was lucky enough to see Helaina there, and you were talking about lines in front of booths. You had a fight with the line in front of your booth for.
Oh my
God. That was Ravensburger, right?
Yeah. Was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago when they released Lorcana, and I mean, it was just out of control. It was not fun. It was not fun. Like, people were getting knocked over. People got hurt. Like, they came over to our booths, like the whole aisle of booths that were across from them. They came over after the rush left every single day to give us the promos of the day because they felt so bad. So like everybody at the booth was getting these promos, which, I mean, it was really nice. And if you could like use them or sell them right away, it was great. Now they're like worth nothing, but during the convention, they were like going for like $500.
Wow.
That was crazy.
My kids were really happy.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I messed up my foot by walking. I don't know what happened. I woke up the day after getting back, or actually the day before leaving, and my whole toe was just like throbbing. It's like I sprang the joint or something like that.
Yeah. That's no way, no.
Who knows? But I'm getting
old.
Better, so that's all.
You're getting old, buddy.
Yeah. Not getting younger.
I'm getting younger.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
It's easier for me to be walking around now than it was like 10 years ago.
I need that magic then.
That's perfect.
All right, so let's announcements. You have announcements. We didn't even talk about what announcements we're supposed to talk about beforehand because I got here a little late. But Mike, announcements?
I know the only one is September 1st, I guess. I know it's a little bit a ways. Oh, no, I guess I got a couple. All right, so this weekend, if you're around or nearby Syracuse, we have Tabletop Day. It's a free day in the mall in Destiny that we'll have a library. It's free to attend. We're raising money for Extra Life. It's just a community event where QSCon, Retro Game Con, which is the local video game convention that pulls in 7,000 people in October, a couple weeks after QSCon. Extra Life, Destiny, Bullfinch, the place I talked about all the time. We all kind of put it on. We've been doing it for a few years now, so that's Saturday. September 1st, the pledge manager for Canvas Critters is going live. So if you missed out on the Kickstarter, that'll be late pledge. I think late pledges are up now, but the pledge manager is actually going to go out September 1st, and then QSCon mid-September. That's
nice.
all I got. Yeah.
That felt very well prepared.
Off the top of the head. Wasn't even thinking about it.
Helaina, do you have anything you want to tell people about?
I'm going on vacation next week. Don't email me.
That's the best one.
That's the announcement. Love it.
That's the best announcement. Leave me alone.
Do I have an announcement? Announcement. We have a placeholder up for our River Market Kickstarter campaign, which will launch in late October, early November. Haven't decided yet. It probably depends on if we can get our ducks in a row. I'd really like it to be in October, but it's always the third date that you choose, not the first one.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be a really amazing campaign. I'm very excited for it. So that is that. Yeah.
And what was it called? River
River Market.
River Market, cool.
Yes.
Is that a remake or a?
It is not. It is actually in the Creature Comforts universe.
Oh.
It's the 3rd season. And
Nice.
as we know, there are 4 seasons, but I won't go any further than that.
So
it's the summer, and in this game, you are, of course, you're a little critter, and you are running around. It's a rondel. You're running around the river market, collecting resources so you can build new stalls and gain more resources. And it actually is the fastest and easiest game we have in the Creature Comforts universe. So I'm very excited about it because it's so much more accessible than the other 2 games, which, I mean, I played Maple Valley. That was the last one. I played it a couple days ago, and I just still love it so much. It's so amazing and so beautiful. But that game is a lot heavier than this one is. So I'm excited to bring one that can play quicker and with younger people, I think.
Okay. What you said, there's a link already to follow it?
Yes, it's on Kickstarter. Just look up River Market and it will show up.
And I'll get that later and put it on the as well.
Throw it in the show notes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Justin. And thanks for stopping by.
Well,
what
that's
do you
cool.
got, sir? New bug of the week?
I had the broken foot. That's all I announcements. It's getting better. That's my announcement. Yeah.
That's a good
stuff,
one.
Right. Yeah. We got I'll say it, we got Whisperwood up for also follow on Kickstarter. As long as you're following stuff, you can follow that. But I think I mentioned that before, and of course I'll talk about that when we get closer to it. When did you say that River Market's going to launch or round?
I'm gonna say the end of October, but it will be the beginning of November.
Yeah, we got a while. We're thinking like spring. So
Matt, he didn't break it. He's got turf toe, and he's complaining about it. That's all.
What is turf toe?
It's a sports thing.
Oh, I definitely don't have a sports thing.
No, you definitely don't.
I think you got to play sports for that.
You do have to play sports. Nice cup, nice hat. I'm wearing this for you, even though
amazing!
It hurts my head because my blood is pinstriped. But I enjoy. It's a beautiful stadium, and I've been there with Daryl to watch a game, and
it is beautiful.
When I walked in,
I can't with the Yankees.
Oh, I can't either. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for you.
It's okay. I'm fine with it. This is my team. This is the one that I care about. This is who I'll start crying about.
All right, fine.
The Yankees.
I'll accept that just because I don't like. I mean, I like hockey, but I don't love hockey. So I'll take whatever.
Yeah, hockey's my sport. That's the real one that matters. No Senators. Stop it, Ottawa.
I don't know what that means, so I'm just putting up stuff.
That's okay.
I think you're being booed.
It's okay. You can boo me. That's fine. No, wait a minute. Dave's a Ranger fan. He's a Mets fan, which is worse. But he's a Ranger fan too. Yeah, we're losing Chris. Luca painting?
Yes.
Okay. Chris doesn't sports.
That's fine. I mean, it's okay that you have something to celebrate with other people. It doesn't all have to be things I like.
No, that's true.
At least not in short bursts. After 10 minutes of it, I'll just be sleeping over here. But yeah,
you'll see him check out real quick. All right, Luca painting. So Luca, he's going to be 4 in November. He's starting school in 3 weeks in pre-K, and I don't understand how that happened so freaking quickly.
So fast.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So yeah, he's been watercolor painting with his brother for the past few years, and every Monday we show a painting and we try and figure out what you see in it in that Rorschach kind of way. And this is today's offering.
So comments, tell us what you see.
I can't show you what it is, but this was done May 10th of last year.
Oh, okay. This is an oldie. Oh, that's cool.
I like it.
Is this okay? So is this in the era where he was actually looking at something, or is he just doing stuff?
No, this was just him doing something. He grabbed red. I think this was in his one color phase. Like he did a color and then he moved on.
Okay, so it's everybody's.
What do you see?
I know what I see, but I like to see if I don't. Oh, there we go. A school red fish. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Yeah. Swedish fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's seeing fish. Is that what you saw, Helaina?
It looks like airplanes to me in the sky.
Airplanes. Okay.
Flying together.
Okay. I like it.
Fighters out of a drop ship. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I was seeing fish jumping out of the water and a horse's head, like swimming across the water.
And a horse's head.
Yeah, like the horse is swimming, but it's just got like his head right there, you know? That's what the big one is.
All right.
The fleet of PT boats somewhere among the islands.
Like pontoon boats?
Agree with the planes.
Thank you.
Afterglow of rapid fire explosions.
Interesting.
I'm sure that's what his son.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he was thinking of, Eric. Good job. He's 3 years old. He's thinking about that. Yeah, so I picked this one on purpose because I also saw what most everybody, other than the planes, now I can't unsee the planes, but I saw fish. I thought he was making fish, and to celebrate Endeavor Deep Sea, I thought fish would be really nice to show on the show.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we are all wrong because they're clearly just triceratops. Oh, it won't work. They're just triceratops.
Triceratops. A whole bunch of them?
I should
just triceratops.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, okay.
It does have the little horns.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them. Okay.
But I thought they were fish, and we were wrong. So that was today's. But
yeah, it's funny how like a few years ago, I would always say, "There's no wrong answers. It's whatever you see." And then once Luca started realizing he could tell us what it was, there's definitely wrong answers.
When he's here and you guys are all answering and Chris is reading like what the answers are, he struggles not to yell out what it is. He's like, "No, it's not this. No, it's not that." But I have a special one, an additional one for today. Oh. Yeah. So we were painting earlier, and these were, I can't really show too much, but these were done today, August 11th. So we were painting earlier, and I was talking about which one he wanted me to show on the show. And I told him that we had Helaina on, and I said we were talking about how Helaina won a trophy. And he's like, "Oh, so he did something special for you."
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wow, it actually looks like a trophy.
I showed him a picture, and he made a trophy.
That's so sweet. And you know what's really amazing? While we did technically win a trophy, we did not come home with a trophy.
Right, which
the
is
German. The German partners got the trophy.
Yeah.
And the designers, which like it's deserved, but we did not get one.
Can you ask for another copy or something like that, or pay for one, or?
I mean, I suppose.
I think it should be like the Stanley Cup, which is a sports thing again, Chris, and you should be able to tour with it or have it for a little while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do know what that is. I don't know all the circumstances to it, but I know like people get to borrow it and do weird stuff to it.
They do weird stuff to it. That's that's for sure. Yeah, so he made it. He was very excited. He called it a trophy.
That's so sweet.
And he put, well, I mean, I put that because he can hardly spell, but he did do his name. He wrote his name for you.
Oh, that's really nice.
That's nice.
Oh.
So you'll be at PAX, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in PAX, you'll have
Look
this.
at that.
This is yours.
That's the best trophy of all.
Well, we had talked about it. Remember, I asked about the thing, and you said that they had it, and I said it should be like the cup, and you should be able to at least tour with it. So he made you a trophy, and this is for you.
That is that is the sweetest. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. I think
so
he's sleeping, but I will let you know. Okay. Let him know.
That's awesome.
Water bottle. Oh yeah, Stanley cups. Yeah. They're a part of their type of. All right, that was my extra. Sorry.
All right, so can we, before we get into the top 5 of Spiel des Jahres, can you? I'm sure you've talked about this quite a bit, but just the experience of what's it like to be nominated, what's it like to win?
Whew. I still like, I feel like it hasn't settled in for me. I don't know. So they announce the nominees live. They first go into the long list. So I think they choose 5 or 6 games, I can't remember, for each category. And they announced our game in the Kennerspiel des Jahres. I have to say it right. In that category, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, you know, maybe we'll do this. I don't know. And then the second half an hour of the show, they announced us as a nominee, and I couldn't believe it. But it was amazing, and we were like jumping for joy, and it was very exciting. And so we all decided that we were going to go. Mark, who is my business partner, and Josh, who is the creative director and graphic designer and artist, and also my husband. And the designers of the game, we all went, and actually one of the artists on the game as well, Marusha, who lives in Europe. We all met in Berlin, and we stayed there for a week together and did some activities, but went to the night before the ceremony. There was a beautiful dinner that they had for all of the nominees and all of the people who came with the nominees, and some of the past nominees, and of course the all of the people who are in Spiel and voting, and so we had this beautiful dinner, and I actually happened to sit next to the man, and I'm so sorry I forgot his name, but I sat next to the man who dreamed up the Spiel des Jahres. And I talked to him all night, and he was absolutely fascinating. It's really amazing how much he's done for the board game industry in Germany. I feel like he probably is one of the people who built it up to be what it is today. So it was fascinating sitting and talking to him, and his wife was there as well. And it was a really nice night. And then, the next day you go to the ceremony, and they have all of the games out and the designers standing with their games, and you can go and talk to them and take pictures with these massive boxes. And it's just like, it was surreal. And then they go and they talk about each one of the games, and the mechanisms and the art, and what it's like to play the game and how important it is for the board game industry. And then they say who the award winner is. And so when it came time to our category, the Kennerspiel, and they announced Endeavor, I didn't even hear it. Like, I don't know what it was, but I did not hear them call it. Maybe I was nervous. Maybe I was trying to focus on something else just because I was so nervous. And I saw Jarrett and Carl, who they're designers, they were sitting in front of me. They got up and they started walking, and they looked back at me. They're like, let's go. I was floored. I mean, I kind of felt like, how could we not win this thing, having been nominated? Because the game's amazing and it feels like the right fit for the category. But also, you just never think that you're going to be the one that wins the thing. So We went up and somebody handed me the microphone, and I'm not good. I didn't prepare anything. I'm not very good at making speeches, and so I had to do that. And just like the rest of the night was food and drinks and just having fun, and it was really amazing. And then being there still in Berlin for a few days with the designers and the rest of the team, it just was a really fantastic experience.
That's awesome. It's great that you got to be there for a whole week.
I mean, we weren't going to, and then like if I'm gonna travel, I don't know, I feel like if I'm gonna spend the money to travel, I should like do things there. And there's a lot of my own heritage in the area, and so for me it was very fascinating and gut wrenching also at the same time. I mean, it's Germany, and my family went through the war and Holocaust and all of that stuff. So it was besides the award, that whole thing was very special for me as well.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It was really cool. Did you watch it? Did you watch it, Chris, or no?
Yeah.
It was. I remember last year watching it, and when Matt got the award, it was like, oh, cool, I know him. It was neat to see that whole thing happen. And then they kept panning to the crowd, and I remember sending Helaina and Mark a picture because I rewound a little bit and paused it, and you're on there. It was really cool to see, and of course, I'm fascinated by the backgrounds and where the game came from and all the stuff that they talk about in between. And then you get there is that little bit of hope, this is cool, a friend of mine's going to win it. And then when it was such a cool feeling. I can't imagine being there and having a game, that big box game, and having the celebration of something that, like you said, you kind of, and we had talked about it when we first played it, when it was on its Kickstarter, about how great the game was. And then when it delivered, and the quality of the stuff that you do, we talk about you and the company, both companies, often. So it wasn't surprising, but you do hope for the best, expect the worst. And then when it actually happened, and seeing you're walking across stage, everyone's just glowing from the excitement. It was really cool to see.
It felt pretty amazing. Again, I still feel like I mean, I think that of all of the awards, this is the award that all of the designers and all of the publishers want to get. And, I started this 10 years ago with a little game called Food Fighters. And I just never imagined that we would get here. Most of the time I've been a publisher. I've also been a teacher. So my entire focus wasn't always on making games. And I think when I switched and I went into just doing games, that's when I was able to focus more and feel like we're making better quality things. Not that what we did before wasn't good, but it just, it's better. It's better now. And there is a backstory to Endeavor, and the game had originally had I noticed that. That's my favorite box cover ever, actually. But the game originally had colonization and slavery in it, and when we decided we were going to remake the game, I didn't want to. Everybody said you have to take the slavery out of it. You should not have that in there. And I was like, that was part of the time. I'm not taking that out, but maybe we can do something to not make it feel better, because it's not supposed to feel good, but talk about the wins that happened during those times. So we put in the Haitian Revolution and the Underground Railroad and just all of the things where that was part of that history as well, where there were wins. And as time went on, I was just like, I can't believe I'm making this game. It just doesn't. It's an amazing game. I love it so much. It was my favorite game, but maybe it's just not for me to do anymore. What can we do with this to keep the feeling of the game, but make it feel different also? approached the designers with the idea of like keeping it in the water, doing something in the ocean, maybe something good in the ocean. And then, everything just snowballed and we got to where we are. And I feel like it's a full product. It's not just a really good game. It's not just really beautiful, but also it's about cleaning up the ocean and conservation. And so we need to make the whole game fit that. There's no plastic in the game whatsoever. All of the inserts are made out of a material called bagasse, which is, it's sort of made kind of like the plastic inserts, but it's made with sugarcane pulp. And the game is FSC, which means it's renewable and sustainable resources that are used, and it's a whole package. And I feel better about it now, and the game actually turns out it's like even better than it was before. I love playing it. So
this is your origin story, right? Isn't this the game that got you into modern board gaming too?
That's correct. Yep.
That's great.
I did not like games when I was a kid. My parents forced me to play, all of the like Monopoly and that stuff. And like, I don't really have a problem with those games. They just like didn't speak to me. I just didn't enjoy it. And we started playing modern board games a little bit. And when Josh he did the art and graphic design for that original one. And he's like, we need to play this. Like, this game is amazing. And I played it one time, like, oh, this is different. This feels really good. And the rest was history.
Josh worked on this one too?
Yeah, that's his graphic design and art. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's how this all came about, because it was Z-Man that made it. Josh was doing some art and graphic design for Z-Man. He asked Zev asked Josh if he wanted to do the art for this. He said okay, and like that's how it worked out. And so when Z-Man decided, like, Z-Man was sold many times, and eventually they decided they weren't going to reprint the game anymore. I approached the designers and said, let me make it. Even though I've only made these little bitty family games, I think that I can do a really good job with this. And it took I think it took almost a year to convince them that I'm the right I'm the right person to do this. But I also think that I brought a lot of passion to it, and the fact that it still to this day is one of my favorites, or maybe even still my favorite. I think that was very meaningful to them. And they knew that I would just do whatever I could to make it the best. So
was the Age of Sail the Burnt Island launch title?
Yeah. Because I couldn't do that under Kids Table, KTBG. It didn't make sense. So that was the first one. And then I thought that was going to be it. I had zero plans to make any more of those games. And then I saw this game of Jay Cormier and Graham Johns, and I had to make it also, which was in the Hall of the Mountain King.
Mountain King, yeah. I got the fall right there. Oh, you can't see it.
No, whatever. You can't see it.
I got the.
And then that was that. And so now I have two brands. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surrounded. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new. We had a little conversation at Gen Con, and I learned something new there. And when I praised you, I was so thankful that you got the rights to do Wasabi, because I loved Wasabi initially. Yeah. And when you were redoing it, I'm like, this is going to be great. Like, I can't wait to see what they do to it, because your brand has been like one of my favorites. And you're like, yeah, well, I kind of know a guy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, Josh is the co-designer. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I had no idea Josh was involved there too. Just like I learned something new every time I talk to you. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
How cool. The game that got you into games got you an award. Got you that award. Like, that storyline is so cool.
It was very emotional. It was very emotional.
That's awesome.
I think I cried for the whole night. It was a lot.
So cool.
I would say the game that got her into gaming, she got that game an award.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about our list.
Well, congratulations. Anyway.
Thank you very much.
Officially, again.
Top 5 Spiel DR. So okay, so we didn't put any real rules to this. So did you leave stuff out? Did you just do Spiels? Did you do Kinter? Did you do nominees? Did you do just winners? What was everybody's thing that you did?
I did each category. I wasn't going to do Kinder, but then I went back to it because I haven't really played that many of them. And the ones that I have played was so long ago because I played them with my children. So I have 3 of the Kinder. I actually have 6 Spiels, and I have 5 Kennerspiels. So whatever you want to do, I'm happy to talk about them in whatever order. I didn't go deeper than just the winners because there's so many good. I mean, there's so many good ones.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris and I talked about it earlier. Hey, Aldi. Hey, Stefan. Thanks for stopping by. We talked about it, I think, when we first said that we were going to do this as the show. There are a lot, even the nods, the nominees, the mentions. There are some just stellar games in each year. Like there's just some phenomenal stuff. But I did the same. I did just the winners. I've got 4 Spiel, I've got 3 Kinder, and I've got 2 Kenner. Leaving Deep Sea out, obviously. We're not.
Yeah, I'm leaving that one out too.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's my favorite.
Right.
Number 1. That is my number 1.
That would be your permanent number 1, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do? How did you cheat this time, Chris?
I did dip into the nominees.
Okay.
Mostly because there are some years where I wanted 2 or 3 of them to win, right? And then some years where I didn't play any of those kind of things. So it was really, strange to me. It's real hit and miss every year. Like this year, I think was the one where I'd play most of the games. I'd play a good chunk of them. And then I think the year or 2 before, I hadn't played any of them when it came out. And of course, that's changed since then. But it's weird that sometimes I feel like, oh yeah, those all make sense. And sometimes I'm like, I've never even heard of those. So I wanted to give the nominees a little bit of extra, let them be in the list as well. Winners already won,
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, sorry to hear you weren't feeling well, Aldi. Yeah, you got. Some people got sick throughout the con. That's what happens, unfortunately. I always try to avoid it.
I got sick back.
Oh, that's interesting. Spiel is a great guide for my hobby.
What did Gavin say? It says a trophy. There's a space there, Gavin.
Atrophy.
All right. Well, Luca made you an image of atrophy. So.
It's the opposite of a trophy. So yeah, I have some nominees and winners in my list, and strangely enough, like only 3 years are represented. So
what?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
In my top 6, only 3 years are represented.
Wow.
Are they the most recent years?
No. One of them's pretty recent. Oh wait, no, it's not. I forgot what year it is. I'm old. Okay.
Oh my God. All right.
No.
Helaina, you want to lead?
I can lead.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I got animations for this and everything. Hold on.
Oh, right. That's true.
There we go.
Fancy. I forget.
So I guess I'll just start with the regular old Spiel des Jahres, the main category. My number 5 is Dominion.
Wow. Yep, that's one that I was going to talk about.
What a game. Still even. I still feel like the pure deck builder is very, very wonderful. And they've done so much over the years with that game to build on it. I mean, I don't play it anymore. I actually think that the reason I don't play it anymore is because we had a neighbor before we moved recently who he just plays deck builders. That's what he does. And playing that game with him was so brutal. It made it not the best experience. So I don't really play it anymore, but it was one of the first deck builders that I played. And I still love it because it's so pure. And my kids will play it. So that's a pretty huge thing too.
Have you played the mobile version?
No.
So I went a long time without ever playing. Like I played it tons and tons and tons. And then one day my wife and I were like, oh, we're pretty good. Let's go get into it. I think it was Gen Con. Went into a tournament and a German sat down right in front of us and just schooled us hard. Like we were like, uh-oh, he's German. He destroyed us. And we were like, okay. And then we didn't quite pick it up after that for a little while, but then I got into the mobile game and it got me right back into it, even playing the game back. So yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and you can play all of the expansions with the mobile stuff and turn them on and off. So that it's interesting. You can find which ones you like best.
Cool.
Good to see you, Matt. And yeah, the expansions on these things, it's absolutely insane. What a good pick. Way to go. Yeah, so that's Vaccarino's first of two. He got a second one. And that one came out in 2009. I think it still holds weight. I think it still works. I think it can get redundant, but it's got so much variability in the replay value of all the other things that they've been adding to it that I still think, like you said, the pure deck builder, it's the first deck builder I played. I would still play it. It kind of has a slow burn. And there's more modern stuff that gets rid of that. It feels better, but it's still good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to go next or me?
Why don't you go since you asked?
Okay. We're all very nice here. Okay, so my number 5 is going to be a nominee, not a winner of 2015. And I don't feel like this one gets talked about enough. And it's Space Cowboys Elysium.
Ooh. Okay.
So this one has basically I've brought this up in some of my other choices before, but
Chris doesn't make new lists. He just uses his old stuff and curates it to the title of the game.
It makes it very easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one just doesn't get brought up enough. It went by real fast, and I was very surprised because it's really good. You're basically picking cards per round. Different cards from different gods are presented to you, and you have those 4 pillars, those yellow, blue, green, and red ones, and the cards will have a color on it, and you have to have those pillars there for you to take that card. And once you take a card, you get rid of any pillar. So if you get rid of green, you can no longer take the green cards in the middle, kind of thing. So it's a really interesting way of figuring out your choices throughout the whole round. But yeah, and then of course there's powers that these things are doing for you, and at some point you have to decide to send them to Elysium down below where you get points and turn off their powers. So it's a great game, and it's very replayable because you play with different decks every time. I think it's 5 different gods, but you've got like 8 decks that you can play, like Zeus and Apollo and Athena and all that stuff. And they all have their own feel too. So yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah, I have mentioned it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play it again.
It's a good one.
We played it too a lot. My wife. That's my number 5.
Good pick. All right, I'm going to go back to 2013 with my first pick. It's right when I was getting into board games. It's the year I went to my first convention, big convention, actually first board game convention ever. It's Legends of Andor.
Oh.
If my memory serves me, I believe it's the first narrative style game, and I was enamored with it. I love that the board had the arrows or the numbers and the directions of when things moved, how they would follow. So the board was kind of dictating where the minions were going to go. I loved the story. I loved the battle. I loved everything. It was a great story. It was set in that fantasy world where you're trying to save. You gotta uncover a mystery. You've got some not Easter eggs, herrings that do you want to go do the thing or not? The first encounter, there's this well and this lore going on. It sucked me right in. So Andor was Michael Menzel. He also did a smaller game which I enjoyed, Dragon Keepers. This is not a nomination or anything. Dragon Keepers, which is good, a little smaller game. And then he took the same system for Andor and made the Adventures of Robin Hood. A little cleaner, more modern, because this was 2013. Robin Hood came out more recently. Same, if you like that kind of system, Robin Hood is similar. But yeah, Andor, yeah, very difficult. And there's a lot to it. There's more that was added, more than just the base game, with expansions and stuff. Really fun, really well done. I love that one. So Andor was my number 5.
Nice. Yeah, I like Andor a lot until I was realizing that the more you get in the combat, the more it hurts you. I was wondering if the Robin Hood game, does that kind of do the same thing? Because there's a timer.
I haven't played the Robin Hood game, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, if anybody has, let me know. Yeah, there's a timer in the game, basically. And if you waste time defeating monsters, it'll go against your goal, at least early on. I don't know if that changes as you go deeper, because I have only gone, I think, 3 levels deep into the story.
I kind of like that pressure, though. They did the same thing kind of with Mice and Mystics, where you come up to this fork in the road. More specifically, like there's this adventure that you can go up to the kitchen and do a thing, or you stay on your main path, and you're not really wasting time, but if you're successful, it benefits the team. And I kind of like that, because you have to make those choices. So if you are going to start killing monsters more and the timer's running out, that's the choice you made. I kind of like that restriction.
Yeah. Cool.
Not in every game, but it worked in this one. So yeah, Andor, number 5.
Nice.
Legend of Andor, not to be confused with Star Wars Andor. Is that my phone? Sorry if that's my phone.
Nobody heard anything. You're just going insane.
All right, well, my phone might be on not silent, so. Okay, do we want to, we'll keep looping?
Yeah, cool. Going to number 4.
Fancy.
All right, Helaina?
Oh, me first?
Yes.
Well, now I need to choose, because I think that you guys are only doing 5, right? I chose 5 in each category. So now I need to choose between my number 4 in the other categories.
We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them all.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about them afterwards. We're just putting
in. King Domino is my next. My next one.
Good pick.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so easy to play. It's one that
oh wow,
I've been able to play with younger children and also older people who don't like playing games. And in my family, that's a pretty big thing. And it's just like, I don't know. I find it very engaging. And I have a really hard time with like placing things in certain places and making the most of it. And I feel like the illustration in that game is really good, because like it's the colors are very blocky, so that's very helpful for me. But there's also some screwage in it. and I really enjoy Take That. I might be one of the only people I play with that likes Take That, but I really love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be very screwy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I wasn't aware that they changed the cover.
I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, this is the one that
that's why I said, oh wow, I didn't see that cover before.
Bruno Catala. Yeah.
Very good. Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Have you played Queen Domino and compare it? Or
Yes, this King Domino is better.
Agreed.
I've never played the Queen one. So.
Yeah. It's so much better that I don't even remember how to play Queen Domino, truthfully. I played it a couple of times and it just was like the other one's better. So just sat on my shelf.
Always have to ask, Matt, did you work on the new cover? Yeah, no, that's a good one. Let's see. Okay, so my number 4 is actually a winner. So I'm not doing all nominees. This is a winner. This is one of the first that I started playing whenever I got back into the hobby. And I would still play it today, especially since I have all the expansions and stuff. And it's Seven Wonders.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
I still play it on my phone, and I'll play it on the table. I love all of the expansions for it. And I'm a little sad that my mobile device upgraded to the newest version of Seven Wonders, because I have the board game that's the old version, the original version, this version of it. And the newest version actually has some, cooler upgrades and stuff like that to it. But I still wanted to play old school version on my phone. So, but this way I could play both. I could play the old school on my table, and I could play the new one here. But yeah, and of course, we've talked about Architects and all that stuff, and has it done better and all that? Maybe it has, but nostalgia keeps me coming back to this one. This one's just a beautiful game. Play 7 players, and it's in the same amount of time as you would 4. That's crazy. Yeah. More games.
I love that you can play with so many players. It's not as good with 7 players as it is with 4, but
right.
Yeah, because you're not even able to see what they're doing over there, right?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. This is my first drafting game. It's really I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it might have been mine too, if I think about it. Or at least the first game where I realized I was drafting, right? Like what a drafting mechanism was, kind of thing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and that's what it looks like at the end of the night, right? It's just cards all over the place.
So much all over the place.
Oh, and they've got so that's the only one I've played only twice with this Armada expansion.
I've never even seen that.
One. Yeah, it was one that they released right before they revamped it. Well, not right before. It was a few years before. But it didn't get a lot of attention, although it actually has some Take That in it, which is interesting because you don't have a lot of that until you add like the cities stuff and things like that. But yeah, the Armada one is better than the Babel expansion, I think. So, but yeah, Seven Wonders.
Good pick.
What you got, Mike?
It's definitely different, but I would prefer to play Architects over Seven Wonders. But a few of us had the opportunity to play the Seven Wonders dice game that's coming out, and it's phenomenal.
Oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
Really it's really it plays different. Like there's Seven Wonders, Architects, and the dice, and they don't like this one. You're drafting, and Architects you have the decks that you're pulling from, and the dice you're kind of drafting, but on your turn you get to select something, and everyone else does a thing. The Seven Wonders series is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. I played. Stefan was the one that showed it to us. It is phenomenal. It really is good. If he wasn't carrying it from the table under his arm so tightly, I would have tried to steal it from him.
My favorite expansion of the original one is the Leaders.
Yeah, that's probably the better of them.
And it's a little cheating of an answer because Leaders come with all the other expansions too. So, like if you get the Cities one, they have a couple of leaders that go with the Leader expansion and so on. So, yeah.
You can cheat. It's okay.
Yep. I do. All right. What's your number 4?
This is tough, but I'm going to go with 2018 Wolfgang Warsch's first of 2 Quacks of Quedlinburg.
I figured that would be in here.
It's, again, with the replayability, with the different ingredients that you can throw in there, but there's something so special about that moment where you decide to pull another chip out or not. That I haven't had that kind of thing replicated in another game. That push your luck in this thing, when it's your fault because you're building the bag up, but that push your luck element and the feeling that happens on both ends of the spectrum, right? You want to push, you're like, nah, I'm good. Then you push and you shouldn't have, and you feel like shit. Then you're like, oh, do I do one more? And then you pull, and it's that one that like gets you +5 or +4, and you're never really boned in this game because the only thing is you have to pick either the points or the money. But if you're okay, you get both of them. So you're always getting something, even if you do bust. But the only thing with this game is there comes a time, because I'm usually getting my ass kicked by the end of the game, where you have no choice but to push your luck, and it always ends up exploding on you. But the feeling of like both sides when it fails and when it succeeds, that feeling in this game is, and I haven't played with any of the witches or the herb witches and whatever the other one is, just the base game Quacks. It's just a phenomenal game.
I agree, and I'm very bad at taking things out of the bag. I always screw myself by doing that. Always.
Yep.
I always go too far.
And sometimes you have to, right? Like if you're behind by X amount, and it's, you got 2 or 3 more turns, you're like, well, fuck it, I got to. So you're gonna do it, and the game is like kind of forcing you to do it, but you have to do it. Like if you want to win, and then it feels great when it succeeds. You're like, well, this is awesome. But early, when you want to push your luck early in the game and not kind of lay up your shot a little bit and push, and then you fail, it bites you in the ass. But it's such a quick game too. It's not hard to learn. You can always just flip over your ingredients or add a couple different ones and redo it. And you're playing 2 games in what, an hour? About?
Yeah, it's fast.
Great game. And Wolfgang Warsch. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I've only played this game virtually on Tabletop Simulator.
And
I know it's all about the cool pieces and stuff.
It is. So you need to feel it. You do.
And I did like it even virtually, but I feel like I'd be more in it as a
Yeah. This has the same thing I talk about. Well, before I forget, Wolfgang Warsch is still, I love him as a designer. The clever games, the mind, Illusions. If you haven't played Illusions, grab yourself a copy of Illusions. It's so much fun. But one of the Fuzzies game that I have up there, I've showed you with the tweezers, you got to take off the cotton balls off that tower. But he's got an underrated gem called Fuji. It's a cooperative dice game where you roll behind a screen and just try and save the villagers from the town as the lava's just taking over. If you like Wolfgang Warsch and his games, look up Fuji. You won't be disappointed. But this game in person has the same thing that Sheriff of Nottingham has with the snapping of the bag. Like the new version doesn't work because it's now you touch the bag and it's considered open. But when you hear that snap and you realize that you've just been had, like that feeling of whatever happens at that moment, it's something that you can't replicate digitally. And with this game digitally, you want to have your hand in the bag, deciding what chip to pull if you're going to pull a chip. It does something that the digital just can't do. So you got to play this thing physically.
Sure. A lot of games are like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why either, Aldi. Fuji is so good.
I mean, there are a lot of really amazing games that nobody's even heard of. So
That's true.
Because there's so many games that come out.
so many.
All right.
So many.
Absolutely, Brandon. I'll have a copy there.
Since Mike got to sneak a few games into his number 4, we'll move on to number 3.
They weren't Spiels. They were by the designer. I was just,
Helaina?
My number 3 is Azul. I have to have that in a top 5. It is probably the game that I've played the most. Well, maybe the second most. It's easy to set up and play. And again, I'm seeing a theme here, actually, now that I'm talking about this. My mother-in-law will play it, so that's a pretty huge thing. And she actually is obsessed with it. Like, we walk in the door, and the first thing she says is, Azul, are you ready?
That's great.
I haven't played it in a little while, but it just, like, it feels so good, and it sounds good. I'm very much about the physical experience of playing a game. Which is why our games also have a lot of really interesting and feel-good components. And it's just gorgeous, just really beautiful. And again, there's a little Scrooge in the game.
There's a lot of Scrooge.
That very much. So, but like just the taking of the tiles and the bag with the tiles and the sound of the tiles and it's gorgeous. So
yeah, I agree. I'm so happy you have this on your list because I knew it wasn't going to be on Mike's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree with 75% of that. I think it is very pretty. There is that tactile nature of the tiles that feels good when you're taking the tiles, when you're setting it up, like that click clacky sound. Just the game, it's not one of my favorites. It fell wicked short for me.
Doesn't have to be, Michael.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
Right.
But you're wrong.
It's fine. I'm not the only one that says it. That's fine. It won the award, so of course it's
good.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one.
Sure.
Have you? Is this still your favorite version? I assume you've played the other, or maybe some of them.
It is. I have played the other ones. It's still the classic is just it's the best one. I feel like most people would agree with that.
I'm like this. I have Summer Pavilion just a little bit above it, but
that's my second choice, Summer Pavilion. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay, so my number 3 is one that I feel like I've been talking about a lot lately. I think this or its other version has been on one of my lists probably the last 5 times. We're gonna have to do a really weird list next time, Mike, because I gotta cleanse all these games off my list. But this one was a winner, 2014, and it was Istanbul.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's obvious.
Yep.
So I got to show this one to some friends at the gathering. That was fun. I lost horribly. I think Matt defeated us, right?
Yeah, I think Paquette.
Yeah, I think. Table. Yeah, he was just walking by and said, "Oh, are you playing this?" And then sharked us all.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a awesome game. There's no other game that really plays like it. Which is strange because you would think, as well as this did, you'd see a lot of kind of like, oh, it's kind of like this, but not. But there's really not another one like it that I've come across. Maybe there is, but I haven't come across it. Yeah. But yeah, I love this game still, and I've got the coffee expansion and I think another little expansion, and I've tried it and then went, I know. My last list, I think I had Istanbul dice game, right? Mm-hmm. And then before that, I had Istanbul again. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some list that has no city names in it or something. But yeah, so it's in my top 5 games of all time, so it's gonna be on here. So yeah.
I need to play that again because, as I mentioned, I played the dice game fairly recently for the first time, and I played Istanbul for the first time at the gathering with you, and I think I like the dice game better.
I could totally see that. I can't even be mad about it because
I think I do also.
Yeah, I could see it. You get into it a little faster.
Yeah,
you do.
Exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit faster to teach, but it's not too much. It's not like it's a monster to teach either one. But
Right.
I also feel though it's easier to learn if you know the other one because there's just an easy concept to grasp real quick.
Right.
Oh, I got to get the gems like the other one, and so
Right.
But it's one of the most successful, and now I'm talking about the dice game. It's one of the most successful. It's a different game, but still feels like the old one for me. So, yeah, I'm always interested to see if someone could beat that. Yeah, they're very similar. Yeah,
I'm curious with the dice. I think I like the dice game better after one play of both, but I also I ran the table with the dice game pretty easily, and there seems to be if the game presents itself to you with the money enhancement tokens that you get, you get the money enhancement stuff, you gain the money every turn, and it's just a fast track to victory. If people don't want to let you have it, that's on them. If they let you have it, thank you. It just seemed like that was a very easy path to victory with that game, and I don't know if it just happened to be that game or the people I were playing with didn't realize that was easy up for grabs. But
I mean, I've had games where I get the money early and then I just never roll money, and so it's just a trickle effect. It all comes down to the dice. I think that's why I actually prefer the original more than dice game, but I can see it other way. But I like being able to calculate 3 turns ahead. Okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to go there. I like that puzzle, and you can't do that with dice.
No.
You can just go, hope I roll something I can use. Yeah. But that's also fun to do. I just just a little bit prefer this one. So.
Good pick.
What you got, Mike?
Yeah, this is tough because I can go one of two ways with this one. But I really... it's tough. I got to do it, though. It's too easy. This game's so easy to get to the table. No, you know what? I'm not. It's too easy. I'm not. I'm going with El Grande. I'm going with 1996 El Grande.
Wow.
Yeah. I've played this game. It's one of the and not this version. I have this version.
Yeah.
I haven't played that version.
Didn't look like
the
that
original. The beautiful
I'm
cover.
looking to see if it has the old cover in here somewhere.
It does not look like a very inviting game.
I haven't even seen this cover.
It's beautiful. They did a really good job of spicing it up. Because the game is not. It's not a pretty game. I mean, the cover and the map of the original one are like, ooh, yeah. It's got this classic feel to it. You should be able to go to versions. It might have it. Go down, scroll down.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Well, look at the French version.
Yeah, that cover, that's just classic. That brings up so much nostalgia for me.
Oh my god, that's what everything looked that year that year.
Brutal. And if you look at the board, if you have it out on the table, like Hansa Teutonica is another one that just looks drab, but it's so much fun to play. This one's got that tower with the cubes and its area control, and it seems so much more confusing than it is. And when you play it, you're just like, oh, I get it. The cards make sense. The cubes, what you're doing makes sense. The game is just, it's a battle. It's just so much fun to play. It's really easy to get into. It's not like that does not look fun at all. It looks like a prototype.
But yeah, okay, now it looks like a prototype. Now. It didn't look like that then.
No, 1996, absolutely.
Looked like then.
Yeah. I mean, it's what, almost 30 years old, right? Next year, this game's going to be 30 years old, and I think it still holds up.
Wow.
Yeah, that tower, dropping the cubes in the tower, trying to remember what people did, the area control nature of it, the bonuses you're getting, the way I forget what the the chunky the pawn is. I don't know what that thing is called. I forget what it's called. Whatever. But everything about this game I think it still holds up. I'm glad they made a new edition. I haven't played it yet, but this game, it's still one of my favorites. What is that thing? What's the pawn called? That thing. Be clean.
I'm sure it has many names.
Be clean. It's like it's not ambassador. I keep forgetting. It's something like that. The whatever. There's just this thing about this game. Bless you. There's this thing about this game. Yeah,
I'm gonna keep sneezing as you talk.
That's okay. You keep doing it. Yep, that's why I said keep it clean. Was it the king? I thought it was like the ambassador to something or some fancy term. Maybe it was just the king. Anyway, I think the game still holds up. I think it's great. I'm glad there's a new edition. I haven't played the new one because I have the old one more at the ready. The new one is, I believe, still sealed. But yeah, this one's great. It's one of my favorite games. It's the oldest one on my list. It's a Wolfgang Kramer, which this was his third Spiel of 5 that he's won. Yeah. So yeah, El Grande is one of my favorites.
Time to stop. Get out of the way. Let other people play. Awesome.
Oh, I did forget my first two. I was going to talk because I have it highlighted. Legends of Andor and Quacks were both Kenner.
Mm-hmm.
This El Grande is my first Spiel.
All 5 of mine are Kenner, actually.
Huh.
It's the best one.
Kenner's good. Although my next two are going to be Kinders.
Yeah, but okay. It's the best one. I agree because we won that one.
Yeah.
And also because I probably like more of those games than I do the other ones. However, more of the Spiel have sold, and there are more people who have played those games. So, you say or I say that the Kennerspiel is better, but I don't. I feel like most people don't necessarily agree with that. So,
well, I mean, it's probably because they're closer to. I don't want to say Gateway. They're not Gateway. They're probably the next step up of Gateway Plus. Sometimes they are Gateway, but just easier to get into. Yeah. Shorter play.
Maybe the older ones are like my number 6 on the like just the regular Spiel was Rummy Cube. That's was surprising to me that game won, but it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Great. But that is like I think probably the closest to being a mass market game. I don't know. There are too many rules in any of the Spiel games for them to be mass.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move to. Are we on 2 now? Wow.
Yeah.
That was 3. Yeah. Before looking at the Spiel ones the straight Spiel ones that I have, other than El Grande, which would be 1996, what else really was competing that was more easier to get into? They are easier. The games seem to be easier to get to the table, at least the ones that I have written down, where the Kenners are easy, but like they have more. Like I think once you're a gamer, and those become the games that you want to sink your teeth into, where the Spiels are the ones that are inviting people in easier. Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Sure.
Well, and some people come in the gates, so to speak, and then that's where they want to stop and they're comfortable and that's where they play. And so the further away from that you get, the audience is going to get smaller and smaller, obviously.
Yes. So. I mean, like I said, all of these games, I can sit down with my mother-in-law and also my kids and play these games at the same time. Whereas the Kennerspiel, I would never even consider playing with my mother-in-law. Maybe my kids at this point, but they're like teenagers already. So,
7 Wonders, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
well, we'll talk about that later.
Sure. All right. So our number 2.
Cascadia.
That was the one I was waffling on. That was the other one I was going to talk about.
It's beautiful, and it's again very easy to play and very gentle, and I feel very good playing it. I also feel like whatever the word is, the tactile part of it. It's very pleasing to me, and I can play with virtually everyone. The only thing about this game, I will say, is that the other games haven't outstayed their welcome. Like, I played Cascadia so many times that I think I can't play it anymore. I still love it, but I think I can't play it anymore. It's like too much. But I think it's a like phenomenal game for what it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has that thing where I sit like, I said when I was talking about King Domino, where the colors are very like, they're very blocky and I can see the difference between them. I have a harder time with Cascadia, seeing the difference between the different terrain, because it all sort of melts into one another. But it's just still so beautiful. Yeah.
Matt, I think you're the only person I know that's ever said that. I said, I'm sure there's a lot of people, but
there are. I just had a conversation with someone the other day where they said like they just played it once. It was disinteresting.
I've played this game. It's one of the very few that I will play and then go, oh, let's play again. Because it's real fast and you can get right back into it and stuff. So
I think it wasn't last week because we didn't have a show. The week before Gen Con was our cozy show, and we talked about this being a cozy game. Yep. And my only thing with it is I'm constantly referring back to the way certain things score. The base set of stuff makes sense, right? The Eagles want to be apart from each other. The Moose want to be in a line. The Bear want to be whatever. That makes sense. But when you start getting into the other stuff, I'm always referring back to those. Like, I'm taking myself out of my puzzle, trying to figure out what those things are doing almost every turn. Like, wait, what? Almost every turn. But it's a beautiful game. I love the puzzle. It's well done. It's very well done.
I think every time we play, I like to shuffle up the different scoring cards and put them out. And as I do, I say something like, "Oh, the elk all want to walk in a line like they're salmon this time," kind of thing. Like I put and I don't do it as a teaching aid. It's just like some silly I do for myself because. Right. Then I put a little story as to how it's doing. It only confuses me when I play again, like right after that. Because then I'm like, wait, which way does it? Because then I have both stories in my head.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Great pick.
Yep.
Let's see. That was only 3 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2022.
The Cascadia Junior was nominated this year for the Kinder.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
I was very surprised that it didn't win. I haven't played it, but I was very surprised that it didn't win just because Cascadia has such a great reputation. But
yeah. Nice. Okay, so to carry on the tradition of me talking about games I've talked about before. This is from the same year as Istanbul. It was a nominee, not the winner. But I actually rank it a little bit. I would have made it the winner, even though I obviously love Istanbul. But this one stuck around. I think so. Anyway, people still talk about it, even beyond the cover of it. But
geez, Chris, pick another game, Chris.
It's in the list. It's one of the nominees. And it's my second favorite game of all time. So of course I'm going to put it on here. So yeah, Concordia, it's trading in the Mediterranean. It's not a sexy thing to talk about, but once you play the game, it's great. And as big as it is, it's really easy to teach. Every time I start teaching this game, I'm surprised at how fast I get through it because you only have to teach the cards. You just take the cards that everybody has and go, you do this, then you do this, and and you're done. And it's my second favorite. I need to redo my top 10 or top 20, because a lot of new games have come out that might slide in there and stuff. But it's around 2 or 3 for me.
Someone needs to do this. Someone needs to create a full 42 bingo set, and we play bingo on Monday nights now.
Look, just our next one will be like the best games of the last 3 years or something like that. And then
regardless, if Concordia doesn't come up on the bingo card, great. But there's got to be something. There's got to be enough stuff now of 5 years of doing this that we can create a full 42 randomized bingo card. There has to be.
Yeah. Well, then, people should be able to pick out what my next one is. We'll see.
That's so funny.
All right. What's your number 2, Mr. Unpredictable?
Good. You can't. There's no way you could go through the list. I don't think you'd be able to pick the rest that's on my list. All right. I'm going to go with this one just because the components blew me away when I played it, and I still love it. I think it's fun. It's from the Kinder, but it's from 2015, so it's 10 years. That's 10 years, right? 10 years old, and it's Spinderella.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, actually.
Spinderella is a beautifully done game. It's got that old. It's got an old look to it. Like it looks like it's an older Zoc game. But the way that this game functions and plays is something that I haven't seen done. I was just pitched something at Gen Con that has something similar. But it's super simple. You just want to get your ants across the line to the end, and I think it's the first person to do 3 ants. But the way the spiders move on top, it's brilliant. They can only move so far as the string will let them. And as you move them closer together, the other spider lowers closer down, and it has a magnet on them, and they will magnetize to the ants underneath. But then there's this little log you get to place to protect an ant, and then the ants can climb on top of each other. It's brilliantly done. It's so beautiful the way that they had this string. Like, it's a manufacturing thing for sure, but the way that the puzzle works on top, where the spiders move, and then it releases, like it lowers and raises up the spider on top, it's such a fun thing. There are other games that have the 2-tiered stuff, but nothing that I've seen that uses that string mechanism with the magnets. It's a children's game, but it's definitely it's fun.
It is. My kids loved it. I mean, we played the crap out of it. And they played with it even beyond us playing the game. Like, they just were moving the stuff around. Yeah. It was very inspiring to me as a I guess that was around the time that we started thinking about publishing, and it just like it was really fantastic. I think Gavin just said that also, that he played it with his kids.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a fun game to play. And then from the other side of the curtain, you're trying to figure out like the way that the spiders work and the strings and the lowering. Like, it's a kid's game, and it's got that oh shit, the spider got me feeling. But from a design perspective or a publishing perspective, the way that works, like everything's got to line up properly, and it's super cute. But it is really fun, and that log can really save your ass. That little tree trunk can really save you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
I've never gotten to play with it, but I've seen pictures of it. So it looks cute. I'd try it.
It's cute.
Very cute. It's a fun one.
All right, down to number 1.
Number 1.
I'm very excited to talk about this one. My number 1 spiel is just one. That's for Stefan.
Nice.
That's probably the game that we've played the second most. Every time we have a group of people over at our house, it comes out every time.
Yeah.
We'll ask for it. It's not my favorite game to play, but I do think out of that category, Yeah. I do think out of that category, it's the best one. It really is. Like, it changed party games. I'm not a really big party game person, but it's just a fantastic one. And it's interesting to see how you can communicate with people with just one word. It changed everything for me.
It's amazing that it works.
Yeah.
When you just see like, oh, you only get 3 words because 2 of us matched or something like that, and you're just like, oh, it's ladder, and you're like, how did you do that? You know? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I can't agree enough. This is one of those games that even if you've played it like 100 times, when someone goes, "Hey, let's play this," you're like, "Okay." Like you're fine. We'll get into it, and the second you start playing it, it's fun again. And yeah, I also agree. Like, I'm not a big party person, but this is one that's almost always in the game bag. It's great.
I mean, it's also like, this is like the easiest game to teach. Just write one word that describes the thing. Don't write the same word.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, and you're right in saying that it changed party games. It's kind of like Codenames was a big change, and then Just One. Yeah.
Eric, we're only talking about like the regular old Spiel. My number one Kennerspiel is definitely
obviously
Deep Sea. Definitely, yes.
Okay, so my number one. Nobody got it, and no, Alan, it's not Detective City of Angels. It wasn't nominated, though it should have been. My number one is my number one game of all time, so I had to put it on there. It's only on.
Come on.
It's my number one.
Any work for this list?
If my number one game is on a list, I'm going to have to put it as my number one.
How convenient, Chris.
I can't help it that all of my favorite games are also known to be great games.
Yeah.
Oleon's a bag builder. It's because of Whisperwood, I have to keep giving this spiel that there's 2 different kinds of bag builders. There's bag builders that feel like deck builders, and there's bag builders that feel like push your luck, like Quacks, right? And so this one's more of a deck builder, Oleon, and there's not a lot of games like it that do the deck builder tokens kind of deal. Altiplano, by the same designer, is also a great example of it. But I just recently found out, as I said before, that I have been playing this wrong for 10 years. Majorly wrong.
That's why it's your number one game.
Yeah. So again, I need to reassess, right? Because I need to play it again. Yeah, I've been playing where on your turn you take all of the turns, and then the next person goes. Oh. And you're supposed to play, I take a turn, you take a turn, I take a turn, you take that kind of thing. And it's funny because I was showing it at the gathering of a bunch of friends for the first time, so I taught it incorrectly to them. Sorry, everybody. Some of you are here. And after, in the middle of it, I decided, I'm going to look at the rules for something, and I noticed this change, or not change, but the actual rule. And I looked and it was the capstone version. I was like, I have the TMG version. TMG version must be the way that I learned and stuff. And then I go home and I find out, no, I was just wrong for 10 years. I've been teaching this game incorrectly to a bunch of people for 10 years.
But it still worked?
It still worked. It was still great. It was still my number one. So how much better is it going to be after that, right? That's bingo number 2. Yeah. But nobody called it in the comments. I was looking for it. You should have been able to call this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's it. That's my number one. Everybody should have known. What's your number one, Mike, or one that you'll talk about?
I mean, the next one I'll talk about.
At least mine's in order. Yeah.
No, mine are never in order. You know that. This one's from 2014, and it's also from the Kinder list. It's the first one that I started watching, like the awards, like paying attention to certain things, and this one was only available in German from Mattel, and I had to hunt it down because what I saw of it, and then finding out that it had won, I wanted to know everything about it. It's Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters.
Oh.
Geister Schatzmeister was the original one. It's by Brian Yu, and it was done by Mattel. And they just, at Gen Con last year, had the 10th anniversary edition with a little bit of a facelift. They still haven't done the glow-in-the-dark ghost, which I feel is a miss. They look like they should glow in the dark. Those things should glow in the dark. It's just they have to. But
they have glow in the dark paint.
You can, I know, but the game should have it. That should be glow in the dark ghosts. It's got a little bit of a pandemic feel where if one of those rooms gets a third green ghost, it becomes a haunt, and a little cascading nature to the way the letters go. But you're up to four ghost hunters, and you're trying to get these gems that are in this haunted house out of the house before the last haunt happens. 3 green ghosts makes a haunt. I think there's 7 haunts in the game, maybe 8. On your turn, you roll a die, and this goes against my being. It's at its core, it's a roll and move. You roll a die, and you're going to move that many spaces based on the result. If it comes up a 6, you're good. Any other number, you have to flip this ghost deck of cards over, and it tells you where to put a ghost. So if you roll a 3, you flip this deck of cards, and it has the letter A on it. You put a green ghost in A, and then you move your 3. And you can go through the green doors or the blue doors. Sometimes the doors are locked, so it's going to stop you from leaving a room or getting into a room from a hallway. But your objective is to get the gems out. And if you zoom in on the right there's a character with a gem in its backpack. The minis, they look painted. Can you zoom in?
This is zoomed in. That's zoomed in.
Oh, God. Okay.
There's probably another picture.
Oh,
yeah, those are painted.
Those are so cool. But the backpacks have a slit in them where you put the gem when you pick it up. And you don't have to pick up the gem. You can wait and leave it on the ground, but once you pick it up, you can't put it down. And you have to, the base game is just get the gems out. If you're playing with a younger group or new gamers, just go get the gem, get it out of the house. But if you play it with from the experienced nature or the advanced version, you play with the gems face down and you don't know what numbers they are until you go to the room and flip it over, and you have to get them out in order, 1 through 8. So you got to find the 1, get the 1 out before the 2. The 2 can't leave. If you pick up the 2 can't leave until the 1 gets out. The 1 could be stuck in a room. You got to get the door unlocked. You need 2 of you to fight the haunts, and the haunts are just a die roll. You roll a die, and if it comes up green ghost, you kill a green ghost. It's so simple at its core, but it's so much fun to play and so easy to teach to people. When I first saw this game, I was enamored by it, and I still have it. It's behind the QSCOM poster. They had an expansion that opens up a cellar with these the game itself is it's super fun. It's challenging enough, but it's easy to teach. You can play it on turn 1, like teach the game while you're playing it. It's fantastic.
Nice. I've never played it, but you've talked about it before in other lists. That seems fun.
I have. I love this one. And now I want to paint the minis, damn it.
Maybe they don't glow in the dark because like glow in the dark paint is toxic or something, and I don't know.
It could be a glow in the dark material though. Like the plastic could be glow in the dark.
We have a game that has glow in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not toxic.
Yeah, I mean they do look like it, so
they do.
Strange.
Yeah. And the art's cute, and the art on the cards matches the room. So like the bathroom, the ghost is on the toilet with the toilet paper. Like the art's really cute and whimsical, but the game it can be challenging. The game is super fun.
Ghosts hollowed, or you can put them on your finger?
They can go on your finger.
So you should get those little fake candles and put them on top of that so they glow.
Yeah, they got to be really tiny tea lights.
Yeah,
though. Those are tiny pieces.
Okay. Cool.
But I love this game. I mean, they also did a remake It was mass market, but it was Ghostbusters when the new Ghostbusters line was coming out with the all-female cast. So they did a Ghostbusters version of it, which seems to make sense, right? But yeah, that game has been a favorite of mine for over 10 years now.
That's cool. So yeah, there's a huge list of other games that didn't make it on our top 5, and then, what are some honorable mentions we got?
Well, I mean, I did a top 5 for each of the 3 categories, so we'll just make them honorable mentions. My number 1 for Kinder was Ice Cool.
That was another one of mine. Yep.
Such a fun game.
Yep.
Have you played it, Chris?
No, that's the one where you thump the. Yeah, I've done it at demos at conventions, but I've never played a full game of it.
It's one of the best flicking games out there. It's just really fun. The way the penguins, like, they're weighted. It's fun to flick them and see where they end up, but also a really easy game to play, and I mean it's hard to be bad at it. So I guess you could be bad at it.
Yeah, the first time I tried it, I sent it flying into the booth. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Strong fingers.
I think I just thought that it was gonna need a lot of oomph, and it didn't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have picked it up and felt the weight of it.
That's adorable. So that's one of my honorable mentions, I guess. But in the Kennerspiel, I'll just list my number 5 to number 1, if that's okay.
Yeah,
so Living Forest is number 5. Quacks was number 4. Wingspan is number 3. And the game that we've played the most in the last little while actually is The Crew, which is number 2 for me. And number 1, and it's one of my favorite games ever, is Seven Wonders. Really.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Just fantastic. Yeah.
Have you played the new Architects one?
No, I haven't.
It's really fun. Yeah, and I love both of them and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is a quicker to the table, if you can imagine it, version. So yeah.
I do have it. It's still in shrink wrap.
No.
So
it's real fast to
play
learn.
it one day.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Very cool. What about you, Mike? I know you got some others you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, Ice Cool. I passed on. It's awesome for all those reasons, and it feels really good when you bop them on the head real hard and they skip over the wall, because you're trying to get them. You're trying to weave them through the doors, right, to get the fish and not get caught. But if you bop them on the head real hard, they'll actually skip over walls. It's a good feeling. The only other one that I didn't talk about, well, I guess 2. One is Sky Team. I think Sky Team was great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the challenge. I loved the restriction of the 2 dice, and then you could put the other dice anywhere. But that threat management kind of thing, where you gotta make it work. You gotta have the coffee ready so you can settle yourself and do what you gotta do. And then the replayability of Sky Team with all the extras that they were throwing in there, with the unlocks and stuff. I think that was well deserved.
The episode where you and I played that over and over again because we kept crashing proves that we should never fly plane together.
No, absolutely not. That was spectacularly awful, but super fun. It's a great game. I think it's great with the restriction. You get to talk about what you want, but you can't before you roll, and you can't talk during the roll. But yeah, Sky Team is great. I actually have my first -1. So I start listing mine in order so I know how many I have on my list, and I have 1 through 9, and then at the bottom of my list I have a -1. So has anyone else played Paleo?
No. I like the cover.
Cover's beautiful. It won the award for whatever year it came out. I don't understand why.
Well,
I don't. I get Azul. I don't like Azul. It's not my type of game. I think it's pretty. I think it's got all the tactile nature that we talked about. It's just not my type of game, but I understand where it's coming from and why it was successful, why it is so
Isn't
successful.
Paleo like a solo only game or something like that, or maybe just 2-player?
It is not. It's a dinosaur game. Or not a dinosaur game. It's a caveman
Mammoth
game.
is on the front or something, right? Yeah.
It looks phenomenal. It's got the little rack where you have your tools and it was.
Eric says you're wrong.
Always had a blast. Maybe it was just taught
Maybe
wrong.
you played it
I don't
wrong.
know.
Happens whenever you play games
wrong. Yeah. I was just curious if anybody else had Paleo on any of their lists, because I was surprised to see it won. I didn't know it won.
No.
But that was it. That was all on my list. Everything else we had a really good overlap of stuff that we each kind of.
My number 6 was actually from the Spiel, not Kenner, but it was Concept. And I've talked about Concept before, but I love that game. It's real easy to teach. You just say it's, charades, but you get to use the pictures, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that's slow beginning is if you don't know where all the pictures are. Mm-hmm. But, after a while of playing, you go, oh, okay, I get it and stuff. And it's the only game I've ever read the rules where it said, don't pay attention to these rules if you don't want to. Just play it how you want. They're just like, this is how you can score, but you don't have to do it. And we have our own way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really interesting. I spent many years playing this with my students in the classroom. And, we always started with playing with rules, and then everybody just made up their own, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was one of the games that actually, I had a full design your own board game thing in my classroom, but real board games, not roll and moves. But it was one of the games that started me thinking, these kids are just doing whatever they want with this game, and it's working. Yep. Maybe I can get them to design games, and that just inspired all of my teaching from then on.
That's really cool
game. Yes.
Did we ever have a conversation of the design course that Keith and I put together at the high school?
No.
So we basically did the same thing. We went from what is a game to creating an entire pitch deck of games that they designed, right on through a 10th grade English classroom. And that was one of the most fascinating things, was watching them, not when they got to the making part of it, they weren't tainted by all the stuff that we are with all game. We always referring to some other game out there. Right. They had no reference points for any of that. And they were taking these things and making games that worked. It was amazing.
I always felt that the only games that they ever played before they met me was Candyland.
Sure.
Because there was always a path. And sometimes you had to answer questions.
Yeah.
I agree that they have some very interesting ideas, but I also think they need to be directed in certain ways. For the most part, I got my students to not make roll and moves, but some of them still went hard into it. It's okay. That was sure. Their experience, and maybe that's actually what they enjoy playing. And I don't have a problem with that. They're playing games. When you play games, it doesn't matter what you're playing. Are you enjoying it? Are you with people? It's great.
Right. Yeah, our rule was no roll and move, and if you wanted to do roll and move, you had to have a really good example of why. There had to be a reason why you were doing a roll and move. Sell us on it. But the one rule was no roll and move. And here I am breaking it with my number one spiel.
Right.
Roll and move. Right. That's fine. I had no idea that you were doing that. See, again, learning something new.
Teaching game design is, I think that ought to be in all things, because you're kind of teaching empathy, right? Because you're
absolutely
trying to teach them how to think about other players, how they're going to be influenced by what they're doing and stuff. So I just heard today that either Switzerland or Sweden, one of them, has a class, a 1-hour class all the way through grade school of just teaching empathy. And they've been doing this for years, and they're seeing results of it now. That's awesome.
I mean, we had a program for several years also in the Toronto District School Board where we were trying to teach that as well. It's really hard to teach empathy, you guys. It's really hard.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
really hard.
But it's got to be worth it. I mean, but anyway,
of course.
game design, it's made me more empathetic. I know that. So empathetic, is that a word? Empathetic. Empathetic.
Yeah.
I get close to a real word.
Who's Jeremy? Is Jeremy here?
Jeremy Howard.
Jeremy? Oh, hey, Jeremy. Good to see you.
Yeah, a lot of people teaching here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. That's
running a board game club for fourth and fifth graders. Man, I wish I had that cool stuff when I was in fourth and fifth.
Yeah, me too.
I
didn't have any cool teachers.
What age were you teaching, Helaina?
I have taught from kindergarten to 8th grade, and I've taught basically every single subject. I spent the most time teaching 7th and 8th grade, math and science and wood shop.
And is that where the game design was, 7th, 8th grade?
No, I started with grade 3.
Oh, wow.
That's
awesome.
It looks very different with 3rd graders than it did with my 8th graders. And in fact, when I was teaching 7th and 8th grade, like a lot of my math was board games.
Nice.
A lot of it. So that by the time we got to the probability part of my teaching, they knew how to play games already. And when I said, okay, now you're going to use some probability and design a game that is based in whatever probability you want to choose, it was like nothing for them. So it was
nice.
Very cool. Yeah.
Scaffolding. Very well done.
It's interesting we didn't bring up I guess these are Kenner, the Lost Ruins of Arnak or the Dune. Those are the newer ones. Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
I mean I still play it.
It has sold a lot of games. One of the things that I find very interesting, or I have found very interesting, is we kept saying the same thing over and over and over again tonight. It's easy to teach, and you can play it right away. Yep. And I think maybe that's like when you think of all the Spiel games that have won, maybe that's the thing that sort of brings them together.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Hi, Ian. Ian's awesome. No, that's nice.
That's cool. That's cool. You're right. I mean, but also there are those games that are not easy to teach that are still nominated and win as well, but they all have some sort of baseline.
They do, but they weren't the ones we talked about.
That's true.
Tonight.
Well, between you two, the ones I talked about were heavier to teach.
All right, fine. But you mentioned a couple times that this one is easy to get to the table, or like it has a lot of depth, but it's easy to teach.
That's true. They were all Kenner, but even that to do that, it's
And also, like when we were making Endeavor Deep Sea, one of the things that was important for us was it's a big game, but to be able to get the game to the table and explain the first things you do as you're doing them. And I think that's one of the reasons why people love this game so much, because you talk about a few things and then you get right into it and you're playing the game as you're learning how to play it.
Well, that's the other thing. Graphically, there's something there to point to and go, here's the actions. Let's talk about each of these actions, kind of thing. And I can see that is true in almost all of my other picks too, kind of thing. So that's cool. Nice.
Good stuff.
All right. Well, there's a huge list of stuff that even the newest one, Bomb Busters, I've only played it once, but really good. Splendor is just got into the Hall of Fame and the Dice Tower thing and stuff. I didn't realize Colt Express had won or was nominated. Did it win?
It won. It was a winner.
Yeah. I was surprised with that, but it, great game. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Broom Service, Corkle,
Yep.
Dixit. Played that one probably as much as I have Cascadia at this point. But yeah, Bomb Busters was fun.
It is fun.
It's a good one. I have it sitting on my table upstairs, and every day I say, "Let's play today," and it never happens.
Yeah, I need to get it. I played at the Gathering and someone who taught it to us already knew, so they kind of jumped us ahead a little bit. Like, oh, we don't have to do the starter one. So now I'm like, what are the starter ones? Like, I want to start from the beginning with it, kind of thing. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I played it again with Dave and Di at Origins, and I forget what one we did. That when we played in April, we played scenario 9. So the first 9 scenarios are supposed to be like intro level stuff, and his thing was like, we're all gamers, we'll just get into it. And it was I don't feel like I was missing anything.
Yeah, he wasn't wrong.
The one we played at Origins was also super fun. It's a fun game. It's a good puzzle. It's interactive. It's very interactive. Yeah, I love Legends of Andor. Good point, Matt. The introduction scenario really, it takes you right through what's going on.
Didn't they do a different, they took the same mechanisms but did a different game with Legends of Andor? It's like it just vaguely made me think that there was one, but maybe there's not. And if not, then they should.
Adventures of Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, because you mentioned that's what they did with it. Yeah, there you go. Well, you should have mentioned that.
I should have, and you should have listened.
I remember now. I just
Sure.
The back of my head remembered.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
That is true. Yep.
You should definitely try it, Evan. It's awesome.
It's a good game.
Even won an award.
It's a great game. We've talked about it for the better part of what? When was the Kickstarter? A year and a half ago?
Yeah. I can't believe it. It feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
Really.
when we had Sean on last, we talked about how long it had been since that, and it felt like it was only a few months, and it was not a few months.
And the crazy thing about it is that we didn't just have a Kickstarter; we also had a Game Found campaign for it. So we it was a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
But it feels like it was just yesterday. Anyway.
This is surprising. I'm surprised you didn't put Can't Stop in there.
Did Can't Stop win?
He said it didn't win. Did it?
Oh, it didn't win? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. Sid Saxon's got one, but it wasn't for Can't Stop. It was for something
you didn't
else.
do nominations, right?
Yeah. No, Can't Stop is fantastic.
Can't Stop is my BGA game. But
what a simple concept.
Yeah. And I'm not good at that either because I can't stop.
You can't. Again,
go too far.
Yep. And it's another game. It's another game that forces you to push your luck because you know you're going to lose next turn if Chris rolls a 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to. But even in the beginning of the game, you're like, one more roll. So easily influenced by the table to be like, oh, sure, yeah, one more roll. I won't bust.
That might be the game that I have the most fun when it's not my turn because I'm trying to convince the other people to keep going.
Right?
Yep.
And to get the little horns start growing, like, you can do it. Just one more.
One
kind
more.
Of thing. Yeah.
God, you'd be horrible to drink with.
Or good, depending on which way you want to look at it.
Good until it wasn't good anymore.
Yeah.
God.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Great talk.
That was really fun.
Too many good games.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so do we want to we don't want to talk about what our next show is, right? Because we don't have that.
No, not yet.
We don't have it solidified. So we'll have a show next month. Or next week. Also next month.
Usually every Monday, Chris.
Right. It's late. It's a secret. Yeah, it's a secret what we're doing next week.
It's always a secret.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming back on.
Thanks for having me. I have a good time when I hang out with you guys.
It is fun. We'll make it happen sooner than later next time.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll do the top 5 Spiel games that shouldn't have won.
No.
We already know what your number 1 is.
I wouldn't do that.
No, that's mean.
No.
Okay. Positive. How about games that should have won?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of did that since all mine were nominations. Well, no, 2 of mine were winners, but
yeah, it'd be an easy list for Chris to do. He's already got it done.
Just rewind. You go watch. You'll get that list too. Yeah.
No, we'll do something fun and new for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, how about like water related ones or yeah. Anyway, we can come up with something fun.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Helaina. See you soon.
See you.